everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys I'm going to be profiling for you my Burning Abyss deck, or PK Fire as it's more well known. Now I know a lot of you guys probably hate this deck. I've always loved Burning Abyss. I've been playing the deck for over a year and a half. I played it originally when it came out Duelist Alliance with my friend's deck. I've always thoroughly loved the deck because of the story and the artwork of Dante and his, Dante's Infernal and traveling through the 7 circles of hell. So I've always loved the deck for a different reason, not just because it's been a good deck. But yes, without further ado guys, I'm going to profile the deck for you guys. I thought it'd be a good Halloween type of deck to theme for you guys because, well, for Pete's sake, it's based off a whole bunch of scary monsters. So without further ado, let's get to the deck profile, guys. I've been playing this deck a lot. Off and on, online and in real life, but I put it down when Blue Eyes came out because I've been loving playing Blue Eyes. So first off, you got your 1-ofs, you got your 1 Graph and your 1 Seer. You would run more if you could, but you can't. But pretty simple. I'm going to be pretty much straightforward in this deck profile because you should know what this deck pretty much does because it's been around for a long time now. 1 Graph and 1 Seer. Next up, we have your 1 Barbar for game, your 1 Calcab, your 1 Alec, and your 1 Libic. Barbar I really love. I've thought about maybe taking some of the Burning Abyss cards out, like some of these guys, just for maybe some more, I don't know, like more traps. But as I've play tested the deck, over the last about a month and a half now, just online, I found that I really like the 3 of them. But you could take them out for a couple more traps if you want to like play around with the ratios of different Burning Abyss cards you want to run. Then I run my 3 Scarab, which is your searcher of the deck when he hits the graveyard pretty much. Helps you search out your tour guide, go for different plays, just like the old days. Then you run your 3 Farfar. Farfar has slowly become one of my favorite Burning Abyss cards because the fact of the matter is I can target and banish things. That's been really helpful in the, been a really nice effect to have. So I definitely love my 3 Farfar. For that reason. Then I run my, I guess you say, my Phantom Knight engine, which is 3 Silent Boots. Very, very good card. They all help you go for your rank 3 plays. I mean, the entire deck is a rank 3 deck that goes for good rank 3 monsters. So, 3 Phantom Knight Boots. 2 Phantom Knight Cloak. Cloak, some people like running 3 Cloak. Same thing goes with the 1 Gloves. I've seen different ratios of different people running this. Gloves has a very nice effect. His Exceed effect comes in handy sometimes to just get over things. But sometimes I see 3 people run 3 Cloak and 2 Gloves, or vice versa. It's up to you as a player to decide. But for me, from testing and seeing what other players have been playing around, just around my area and just in general looking online, I feel like this is the best ratio, just from my personal experience as well. I can attest to that. I definitely like the engine of the 3 Boots and the 2 Cloak and the 1 Gloves. I feel like that's the right ratio right there. But if you have a different opinion, I would love to hear it. Next, you run your Speedroy engine. They should be a different name instead of PK Fire, but whatever. They should call it a BPS. BPS, but that doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound as cool as PK Fire. Because you run the Speedroid engine too. But then, again, when you look at the OCG, everybody's running Terratop in some dang deck. Even, what's that other deck that they just got? But Terratop's a great card. You could still go for double Dante. However, Dante has lost a little bit of power, I would say. People may say, well, I hate the deck, I hate the deck. Yeah, I hate the deck too. I never really liked it because it's a floaty deck. But I've always loved the archetype and the artwork, like I said. But Dante has lost a step. As he's gotten older, I guess you could say, but definitely 3 Terratop and the 1 Tekatomborg. Last time I profiled this deck back in April or May, I think it was, I was trying to run with the Speedroid dice. You could run it. I mean, it's cute to go for some synchro plays. I mean, it really is, but it's not necessary. And as one of my friends pointed out, it's not necessary. It's cute. So you could do it, but I decided not to and just go with this pure version of PK Fire. Then my favorite card in the deck, Tour Guide of the Underworld. I've always loved this card. Always loved Tour Guide. Tour Guide is Bay. Tour Guide is life. Then your 2 Max C. You facing against ABC decks nowadays, whatever. You can side deck very easily for ABC. They are really hindered by monster effects to some degree, I guess you could say. And definitely, you know, there's certain cards that can really mess with them. So you can definitely side in your system downs or whatever. But game 1, I like with the Max C's. And then game 2, I'll side in more stuff. I don't have Winter Cherries. I sold them all. I don't have them because I got one Winter Cherries left. I bought out of a pack recently from a friend. Gave me, and I have another one that a subscriber sent me, but I don't have a third one. But if you do, you could side in like your Winter Cherries, your systems down, what I do online, all that all that hate that's going to go against ABC type of decks. When Tree Toad comes out, which it should be coming out very soon, I mean, you have to attack the deck a little bit differently, but you still can do it different ways. But I like the Max C in the main deck because of all the special summon that's going around right now. Extra draw power, get to your traps, have a Dante on board, like the old saying used to be with this deck, you know, back in the day. I kind of went back to my roots when I was revisiting this deck, and it's kind of gone back itself because of the ban list and whatnot. You want to make a, you know, Dante, whatever, sit on some traps and just go. And Allure of Darkness to 3, well, that did hurt the deck at all. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I still kept a lot of the different Burning Abyss, even though they have Maso Manus effects. I mean, they're good, they're situational, but they're good somewhat. But I still run them because you have 3 Allure of Darkness, that's extra draw power for your deck. And you have your, you know, your Phantom Knights too, which are more dark targets. So 3 Allure of Darkness is definitely a staple in the deck. Your 2 Twin Twister. Always, I don't have my side deck on me, guys, because that is with my Blue Eyes deck right now, because that is my main deck, so I do apologize. But what I used to do over the summer is I used to keep in a 3rd Twin Twister in the side deck. I would still do that right now because you gotta watch out for, you know, certain matchups. They may have certain cards that could mess you up. So definitely the 3rd Twin Twister. I mean, Twin Twister is a staple in BA because you get benefits by sending your monsters to the graveyard, things of that nature. So 2 Twin Twister, you could run a 3rd in your side deck. 1 Upstart Goblin. Some people like it in BA, some people don't. I love it still. You can either make this Upstart Goblin or Regeki, depending upon what you personally feel like. 1 Foolish Burial. It's staple. You get effects off, sending things to the graveyard. Pretty simple. You 1 Rhoda. Some people don't understand why you run Rhoda, and I'll explain it very quickly. It's because of your Phantom Knights. They're warriors, so you can get to your Silent Boots, and your boots, you can get to your boots, your Phantom Cloak, and your gloves, because they're all warriors. Some people don't understand why you run the Rhoda if you've never played against PK Fire. I know there's people out there that haven't, so that's the reason why, because these are warriors. They're not like fiends or something. But you definitely, it's very nice to run it in the deck because you can thin out your deck as well. So that is the spell lineup. Onto the trap lineups. You guys know I love my traps. This card has been so good to me. I'm so happy I picked it up when people thought PK Fire was dead. And that is 3 Phantom Knight Fogblade. I picked these up right before the ban list because originally I was playing pure PK Fire, you know, pure Burning Abyss with Speed Wards before this past ban list, and then I was like, you know what, I'll just pick this stuff up just in case because I had a sneaking suspicion that Monarchs were going to get hit a lot worse, and well, lo and behold, it paid off. So I got these for very cheap. So 3 Phantom Knight Fogblade, very, 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 very good card. It's sort of like a Fiendish Chain, but with better effects. So very good card. 3 Phantom Knight Fogblade. Then I run 2 Solemn Strikes and a Warning. You could run a 3rd Solemn Strike, and I've wanted to do that. I mean, the cards I would probably cut for that is maybe Upstart Goblin for a 3rd Solemn Strike, but I do like my draw power. There are other cards you could maybe cut out. I mean, it's up to you. Even I've tested the deck out with running 41 cards in the deck because the deck is very consistent. You have your Upstart Goblin, you got your 3 Allure of Darkness, you got your Rhoda. You're able to thin and search through your deck very consistently still. So you could run a 41 card, and that 41 card would probably be Solemn Strike for me, but I'll let you decide that. I just wanted to make the card a 40 card deck profile for this profile, but I have been testing around with 41. But Warning, very good card, and your 2 Strike. And then lastly, your 1 Vanity's Emptiness. It's staple. Vanity's Emptiness, this format is very, very, very good, again. So some formats it's not so good, some formats it's very good. But Vanity's Emptiness. On to the extra deck for you guys, your 3 Dante. Like I said, people may not like the deck, they may hate the deck, and I completely understand why. I mean, I never loved the deck, but I've always loved the artwork and the lore behind it, as I say this for the 3rd time. But Dante, you have to admit, he has somewhat lost a step. Beatrice pretty much raised Burning Abyss out of the ground, I felt like, when Beatrice came out. But whatever. Your 1 Lady, your 3 Dante, Staple, still a good card. Beatrice is still a great card. You have to be careful with using the 1 of somewhat, but you do run the 1 Beatrice and the 1 Virgil and the 1 Pilgrim. I still run in the deck. Beatrice is very good. Just be careful sometimes using it, because sometimes your opponent will try to bait you out or they'll stop the Beatrice play. So be careful somewhat. That's all I'm going to say. But you do have your Virgil, because sometimes you want to go into Virgil if they do something to it, and then you have your Pilgrim. So that's what you run there for those guys. On to the, I guess you say, Phantom Knight engine. Your 2 Break Sword. Very, very good card in this deck. Amazing. It's still like a mini Scrap Dragon, and with you running the Phantom Knight engine, it's still very good. But 2 Break Sword. Then you run your 2 Leviair. Now, people may not understand why you're running 2 Leviair now. It's because you have Allure of Darkness. It literally is because of that, and then you can do a couple of cute little plays, somewhat, depending upon the situation. But it's mainly for Allure of Darkness plays, so say you banish like a Phantom Knight, well, then you can bring it back and do different little plays like that. However, you know, you have to be careful because you may blow things up, because the Burning Abyss cards can blow themselves up. So sometimes I do use it, sometimes I don't. I just find myself sometimes going for double Leviair, or 1 Leviair, and if they stop that, maybe I go for another one. So you could run something else if you wanted to, but I will leave that up to you, the player, to decide. But I like the double Leviair. There's other reasons why you run it, but I do like it for that reason. Your 1 Super Quantum Mega Beast Grand Pulse, very good card. 1 Nightmare Shark. I still run the 1 Downer Magician. The reason I run it is because the problem BA have always had from me playing the deck is there'll always be a situation where they have a bigger monster than I do, and that's the problem I've found that BA really have always had, and they still do. Traps do help that, because you can stop the bigger monsters from coming out, but I do like the 1 Downer Magician because it helps me get over things in case the scenario happens. So maybe I went for a Leviair, and then I used Leviair's effect, then I overlaid for Downer, then I ran over the monster they just had. So that's something I sometimes find, but it's up to you to decide as a player. And then lastly, I run 1 Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, because you can go into this sometimes, and 1 number F0 Utopia of the Future. Some people used to run double Utopia of the Future in the past. I just like 1 up. That's all I needed, really, but that's what you run there. So that is the deck, guys. It's pretty straightforward. I know people don't always like BA and PK, and they think it's been around forever. I've always loved the deck, and I'll continue to love the deck. It's kind of like the Noble Knights for me, and Cosmos to some degree, because I've always loved the deck because of the artwork and the lore. And same thing with Blue Eyes. I have a passion for it, stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you guys all enjoy this deck. It's pretty straightforward. I was not going to go in depth into it that much, because this deck's been around for over a year. If you've been playing the game at any stretch of the imagination competitively, or just at all, you've run into this deck, you understand how it works. I'm just giving you what I've learned from experience. The deck has lost a step, I will admit to that, because of ban list and just the power creep in the game. It is still a very good deck. It will still be able to compete with ABC and whatnot right now, and Trito probably, but I don't think it will be, you know, the best deck ever like it used to be, unless things come off the ban list. I mean, Allure of Darkness did not hurt it at all, and I really thoroughly have enjoyed playing this deck over the last year and a half now. But till next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling. I would say go Burning Abyss, but then everybody would hate me, so I'll just say go decks that have nice lore. But take care, everybody, till next time, and I hope this deck was somewhat informational to you guys. You took something away from it, is what I'm trying to say. Kind of tired right now. But take care, everybody, next time, and good luck dueling to all of you. Take care, everybody.